Camp Lead is a social emotional learning program where students learn to identify their feelings, learn to better regulate them, learn to express them. They learn the ability to kind of empathize and support each other. We have evidence that it actually is a violence prevention and reduction program. We have evidence that it's an effective truancy intervention program. Camp Lead is a place we create a community.
What we do is kind of seems like a lot of team building activities, like cross the line, where there's a array of questions that counselor asks, and that question applies to you. You'd cross the line, and it's silent. There's no talking. The staff, they're very supportive and welcoming, and they don't make you feel scared to share.
It's really how the world should run, people sharing stories, people trusting other people, and creating trust and safety to be vulnerable.
Our camp program is a 3-day, 2-night program, and we walk them through a lot of experiential activities, community building, empathy building, learning about who I am, what do I believe in, who do I want to be, both personally and as a leader, and then thinking about how I can take what I've learned about others and about myself, and how can I utilize that back at school, and how can I potentially create positive change or create a positive impact back on my campus.
My advisor told me to come to this camp to hone my leadership skills. I thought it would be a nice experience to come here, but I didn't think it was going to be as amazing as it was. My school, they talk a lot about safe space, but it doesn't really feel like a safe space. But here I feel like I can express all my feelings and not be judged by anybody here. And they're also accepting here, and it's nice. It's a nice feeling.
Así me siento yo, segura. Me gusta que las personas me han apoyado pensando que no me iban a apoyar por el diferente hablado que tengo.
Really seeing that the level of maturity come out, a lot more self-reflection, a lot of growth, and also renewed energy. I know some students, we're really tired, and with all the problems in their life, it's really hard for them to focus on their academics. I feel like this was a breath of fresh air and revitalize their energy to push through and go ahead and complete high school and get that high school diploma.
The staff is really nice and helpful, and they really they're understanding. And they really break it down for you and teach you lessons and how to solve situations and problem solve.
A lot of the kids that I've seen, they seem to have a lack of trust with adults, and so building that trust and going through that process with them, I think, has been important. It shifts kind of how the students think about adults.
You're able to feel comfortable. And that's how I felt in the last 2 days. I felt like I was this is my place. I'm able to talk about whatever I have in mind or my experience without judgment.
Me, growing up, I don't really share my emotions like that. But sharing my emotions, and it made me have this happy feeling inside.
I've learned more respecting more people. I have a different point of view on how I act sometimes. There'll be points where I would be goofing around too much, but now it's there's times where it's time to be serious and all that.
Just watching students kind of transform and be so vulnerable and be so transparent and honest, that in and of itself is very exciting to watch students find themselves in just that new way, and they're going to be leaving as different human beings.
Camp Lead is very similar to a program that I actually attended when I was in high school. Camp was very impactful on me as a high school student and kind of life-changing, and I feel like it really put me on the path to the career that I'm currently in, and I'm really excited to offer this program to the students here in the Bay Area.
It's fun. It's fun. I want to come back as an adult staff.